Good morning. This is Pastor Jason of Kona Faith Center with the word for today. And the word for today is discipline. My online dictionary says discipline is the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior. Obviously, the lifestyle that I want people to practice, that I want to train people in, is being led by the Spirit, walking with Jesus. Practice is a necessary ingredient in learning to do something well. Training is a necessary ingredient in learning to do something well. Skill or ability is a necessary ingredient in learning to do something well. God's the giver of the skills, the abilities, the talents, the anointing. Training takes someone who's been there and done that to teach, explain, and correct. And practice is just doing it. I think discipline is simply doing what you know to do and doing it when you know you're supposed to do it. I also think that discipline is not doing what you know you're not supposed to do. Discipline can be boiled down to consistency. Discipline is basically doing the same thing the same way to the point of not having to think about it. The goal of practice, the goal of discipline, is establishing a stronghold, something that you don't have to think about to do. In sports or in playing an instrument, they call this developing muscle memory. If I shoot enough baskets every day with the correct form, at some point I don't have to think about it. I just respond and shoot a basket with the correct form, which increases the amount of baskets I make. If I practice the finger picking patterns correctly, at some point I don't have to think about it, and I can do something else. I can begin to sing. This is the purpose of practice, the purpose of disciplining yourself. You don't have to think about it, you just respond. I don't have to think about reading the word morning and night. It's just my natural response because I've done it for so long. I don't have to think about telling my wife that I love her or appreciate her. It's just my natural response. I don't have to think about brushing my teeth. Although I'm trying to change the technique I use to brush my teeth, so I have to consciously stop and think about using the new technique, because if I don't stop and think about it, I revert to the old technique of brushing my teeth. Discipline, consistency, training, practice need to become a lifestyle. My lifestyle. What I do naturally, without thinking about it, the force of a habit. And then periodically I need to examine my habits to determine if they are producing the expected outcome. If they are, continue discipline, consistency, training, and practice. You never arrive at the place where you can stop doing those things. If they're not producing the expected outcome, then I need to take the time to try some new things and develop some new habits that will help me to produce the expected outcome. Now, I think that anybody can live a disciplined life with the right help. The question is, am I willing to pay the price to produce the outcomes I want? Am I willing to practice, train, be consistent, be disciplined about doing what I know I'm supposed to do when I know I'm supposed to do it? Discipline. The word for today is discipline. God bless. Check in tomorrow.